Karen, I talked actually not long ago to Peter Fonda. We were talking about Easy Rider, and he was sharing all sorts of great stories from that movie. And that was kind of the movie that really sort of helped make you a star in the industry, I think it's safe to say. Can you share maybe like some of your recollections about working on that film? I mean, it's such an iconic film, I think, over the years. Maybe talk a little bit about, if you have any like great stories you can tell us about working on that?
I was kind of used to Broadway, and we would memorize lines, and we would have a schedule. And Tony Basil, who played the other whore, was was working with choreography, and she was used to schedules and rhythm and counting and that kind of thing. And so when we got there, we were kind of put into a Winnebago, and everyone was looking for the Mardi Gras parade, which, if you notice in the film, if you look closely, we never found. Because everyone was kind of stoned.
Right.
We couldn't locate that parade. I was not stoned, of course, neither was Tony. Darling. But it was really insane. But I want to say that the genius of Dennis was quite apparent, very blatantly apparent during the shooting. He loved the subject. He had to make this movie. He was incredibly moved.
Yeah.
I'm sorry he's ill.
I know. I'm very sorry. It is a very sensitive subject because, it was so great seeing him get his star on the Walk of Fame.
Right.
So.
No, but he was amazing, amazing, amazing. The integrity and the intention were mammoth, huge, wonderful person.
And then, of course, the great Five Easy Pieces, which had all sorts of award nominations and things going on for that. That had to be a great experience for you as well. And a second time being in a movie with Nicholson, it's got to be a very rewarding experience, I guess, to be in a film like that gets a lot of attention, and you were so terrific in that movie as well. Do you have any recollections from that film?
That film was shot in sequence. I've made 192 movies, and it's the only one ever shot in sequence.
Very unusual.
Yeah, and I think it's part of its great merit, and it's also all the actors were fabulous, and the writing was incredible. And when I was nominated, now, I wish I'd won for supporting actors. But actually, when Helen Hayes' name came, I was so relieved. I was a young girl. I was scared to death, I didn't know if my gown was good enough. And it was like, oh, thank God.
Did you have a speech written for that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure. But do I remember it? No.
And you've worked in a real wide, diversified list of films over the years. I mean, you've done everything from, you've been the sex pot, you've been in horror movies with Rob Zombie and things like that. What subject matter really grabs you? What's the one thing that you really enjoy doing more than anything else?
As a writer, because I have written 5 movies that have been made into movies, and as an actor, I love slice of life. I love the real day, the real morning, the real tragedy, and the real hopes and yearnings of real people. I like that. I don't actually like horror.
Yeah.
I don't think anything is very interesting about blood. I would rather it stayed inside.
How are your feelings towards Dallas being here at the Dallas International Film Festival? You've obviously been here before. Do you like coming to Dallas as a city? Does it have kind of a warm place in your heart?
It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. It is more beautiful by far than LA and where I'm from, because the trees are real. The trees in LA are not indigenous. They're brought in. And it's just beautiful. And my son is here. So that makes it really beautiful.
Hunter, yes.
Hunter Carson,
terrific,
yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, this is the lovely Karen Black. Can you just tell us real quick, do you have anything coming up that you want to plug, that maybe things you're working on right now?
I have a film that was produced by John Landis, and it's a comedy thriller called Some Guy Who Kills People. And it's with Kevin Corrigan, and that'll be coming out late in the year. I have a play that I wrote that had a nice run in Theater Row in LA, which is being made into a movie.
Fantastic. What's the name of the play?
Missouri Waltz. I wrote it with Harriet Schock.
That's great. Thank you so much. Karen Black, ladies and gentlemen, you are so lovely. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
Nice to see you again.